Well, we are back and we're live. I hope I am live. It's been a while. As you can see, we're on the air. On the air. We're live. Oh, there he is. Okay. Salamat po, Kuya Mark, Anthony, for your comments here. That's awesome. Yeah, I couldn't hear you there, Kuya Mark. I know your mouthpiece on your mic. We were just talking just earlier on Facebook Messenger, and he knows I couldn't hear him. His mic on his phone is a no-show. So it's all good. All good. So yeah, no, it's been a few months since we been live, and yeah, this whole year has been interesting, especially around Alberta, Canada. Lots of smoke in the air, and this morning it was smoky. It was like you're right next to the campfire. You can smell it. You can taste it. It was pretty strong, and you probably see online people taking little snapshots. Yeah, that's what that's all about. And then a strong wind hit. Not too strong, but strong enough to kind of push the smoke away, and it's been fine. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I see you got some people here. Leave a comment. Come on. Join in. Don't be afraid. Say hello. I've been busy getting some gear here for. Excuse me, I just drank some pop here. Getting some gear here to film. Better quality film for you guys. I uploaded just recently a YouTube short drone footage of a garden not too far away from here out in Devon, Alberta. The Botanic Gardens. I guess they call it the University of Alberta Botanic Gardens. It's actually apparently the biggest one in Alberta. It's pretty cool. So I thought I'd recap and let you know about that. Got somebody texting me here. Oh yeah, that's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, and then I thought I'd create two parts, part 1 and part 2, long version of us actually going to the park and the garden. It's not. It's a garden. Is what it is. It's a very nice place if you're into plants. You got a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb, as you can see. It's not green. Anyways, you got waterfalls. You got streams. Miniature whitewater. It's really rocky streams. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can just hear it roaring as if it was a really big whitewater river. Nice cool thing about it, you have the Japanese gardens there, and it's got a pond, and it's pretty cool. They got grass all the way around it, and right through the middle of it, there's an archway, a little Asian kind of style arch bridge. And you have some koi's in there, long ones, big fish. And it's pretty cool. Hey, Kuya, if you could hear me talk on here on the live stream, let me know. It'd be nice. Leave a comment. So, just curious how the sound quality is on here. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to hear how this sounds. I'm just trying to hear this how this sounds. I'm just trying to hear Yeah, it's hard to tell. Hey, Marvin. Yeah, thanks for joining in into the chat. I'm not sure if my music is too loud, if you could hear me, or is it about music's down and the vocals are up just right? Because I think I put the music here about 75%. That's what's been set at. Yeah, it's saying 75%, so I've been trying to keep that down. In here, I can actually have people join in, and you can actually send an invite. Copy, and I'm gonna paste it. Copy, and I'm gonna paste it here. Paste. There it is. There. I just dropped the link in here so you can actually join in if you want to join in. It's set up, and as soon as I see that you're here, that you're wanting to come in, I'll let you come in once I can see that. So, yeah, it's been a few months to almost a year since the last time I went live, so it's been quite a long time. So. And thank you, ideas. That's awesome. I get some feedback. Yeah. Checking Texas. If you're vlogging, anybody wants to know, your phone is a good camera. I use a Google Pixel 6. They're awesome. They actually use Canon lenses are in these. It's pretty cool. Yeah, salamat po. And Maraming Salamat sa pagdalaw. Thank you all for visiting and watching. And leaving comments is awesome. Been working on you can see this new gear got a couple months ago, so we can get some better footage. It's important to give you guys some good quality imagery when you're uploading film. There's a lot to learn about vlogging on YouTube, filming. Yes, you can film 720. Yes, you can film 1080. It's better the higher up you go, better quality, up to about 4K. That's the best one you can get so far for YouTube to be uploaded on YouTube. If it's 5 or 6K, that's nice and everything, but YouTube will only go as far as 4K. So, this is up to 4K. This is the Panasoniclumix G95 camera, and we got the lenses here. It's not recording. It's not on. I have it on a Moza Aircross 2 gimbal. Lots to figure out, and it's a lot of balancing to be done on it. Basically, looking on YouTube, looking at tutorials, studying what everybody else has. It takes a lot. So, the one thing I didn't really like about the gimbal is the zooming in and out. It's not electronically, it's physical. And there's a rubber track that goes around the lens, and the motor's on the side here on a swivel, and it actually will skip the teeth that goes around. It's all rubber, so it's pointless with that. I'd just rather just turn it myself, you know. So, but when you're editing on a computer, I just keep everything in. I can always zoom out when you're editing if I wanted to get a close-up of something, because the footage is 4K. It's going to be good whether you zoom in or out. It's going to be just as good. So if somebody says I'm wrong, please correct me on that and let me know. It's quite a setup. It's not that heavy. I have a Comica. Yeah, it's called Comica. I don't think you can see. Yeah, there it is. Comica. What do you call it? Noise canceling, everything like that. It's got two different types of covers for it. You got the foam, and then you got a windsock, which I have around here somewhere. And yeah, it's pretty cool. This gimbal, camera gimbal, versus this camera gimbal, which you hold with your cell phone. This one's pretty simple. This one is a little bit more difficult, but it's a more professional way. The camera itself has a built-in electronic stabilizer right in it. It's actually got 3 or 4 different functions in it. It's a Panasoniclumix G95. What's this? Music went huge, loud. Oh, yeah. I was actually turning my phone on to see if it went loud. That's why. Here, I'll turn the music down just a bit. It's 75. I'm bringing it down to about 62. Let me get 65. There. Let me know, Marvin, if that's okay. It's at 62 now on there. So, yeah. Anyways, the other thing about this camera, it's got time lapse, which is really handy. And you have a screen display in the back here. You actually pull it out, rotate it, and put it back in. You can see it there, or you can face it forward. So when you have the camera pointing towards you, you can actually see the screen of what you're actually videotaping, which is pretty cool. But when it's out and it's on the gimbal, it kind of alters the gimbal a bit. It's not balanced quite right with the screen out. So yeah, but it's a pretty cool little gadgets here. It's something that is needed, especially when you're vlogging on YouTube. And yeah, the battery on the gimbal is 12 hours of use that you get to use that for. The batteries for the cell phone, or for the camera, there's three batteries. They're about 45 minutes each, and about 45 minutes, 45 minutes, and they take a long time to charge up, about an hour, 2 hours or more. The battery on the gimbal here, it takes about 3 hours to charge, but it's good for 12 hours, which is really cool. I am looking into possibly getting another battery, so it will bring it down to about 30. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring it down to about 30. Thank you. Okay, here's 42. How's that? I don't know if you can hear that. It's not quite 30, because 30, you wouldn't even hear it. I wouldn't even be able to hear it in here, so I know you're not going to hear it. So, okay. Can you hear the music? The music's okay? Whoa, you can't hear any change of music. Ooh, let me see what's going on here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, reduce mic background noise. Maybe that might be able to be good. Yeah, it's not going to be too good here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, the music's right down here. Here, it's at 31 right now. Okay, the music's down to 30 right now. Hello, Pinoy Uploader. I'm trying to figure out what is the equalizer. Huh. Yeah, the music's down to 31. Can you guys still hear it okay? Well, I'm using StreamYard, and then I'm using Media Player on the computer, and it just plays it, and then the mic will hear it a little bit. That's all. To adjust it, I'm trying to figure out how to edit audio here. This avatar will be used and then camera off. No. I don't think it's going to change anything here. If I go mic or reduce mic background noise, improves audio clarity by minimizing background noises. Now, let's see how that is. Let me know if you guys can hear it. How's that? Then I might be able to turn this up just a bit. I'm back at 55. I put the noise canceling on here, so this should make a difference. I'm not sure. Hey, Marvin, can you hear the music anymore right now, or just a little bit? Has it gone down? Music's gone, hearing you fine. Okay. So it doesn't matter how high I put the music on here now. I don't think you'll be able to hear it anyways. Yeah, I'm back at 100% on the music. Yeah, edit layout. Got it. Ooh. Switching that around. It's clear. You can hear. Can anybody hear music? Because I'm gonna have to come up with a better system than this. That music's too loud. Media player. What else can I use other than media player? You can't hear no music now. Okay, I'm gonna do something different here. Setting, audio. Get that out of there. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. I gotta find something here where I can play music. Open with QuickTime. Maybe I'll try it with QuickTime. Error code, couldn't open the file. QuickTime. Okay, can you guys hear that okay? I'm bringing it right down. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to try something else. Here, let me try something else. Little background now. Hey there at the Annie SipCon. Okay, I'm going to try another one. VLC Media Player. I'm going to try that one. See if that's the one I think that's the one I played. Okay, this is at 59%. New version was successfully downloaded. Do you want to close and install it? No. I don't want to install anything new. Okay. Hopefully, that sounds a lot better. Okay. Now we can hear music. It's not too loud. It's right. You can hear me, which is an accomplishment. Oh, yeah. Something new. Anybody's been on TikTok? Anybody does live streaming on, I think it's Facebook? Found out you can't eat and drink something when you're doing a live stream on Facebook. Yeah, that was something interesting. So YouTube, you can still do that. It's not one of the rules. I thought I'd share that. So if you guys are doing vlogging on Facebook, that's one of the rules they have. No eating and drinking anything when you're live streaming. And on YouTube, you get to share different types of foods and all this, and yeah, and even go like this. Cheers. Who's that? Oh yeah. And we got recipe. We got Marvin. We got Pinoy uploaders in here. We have Mark. Kuya Mark from the Philippines. At the Annie SipCon from the Philippines. Lots of people in here. Yeah. So, I know. It's not ginger ale. It's Coke. Cheers. You on Facebook Live, you can't do that. I like it here on YouTube. it's much better. I have Facebook, I have Twitter, I have TikTok. Yeah. And I basically, when I upload a video in here, I'll share it in those ones so people can come into here. So that's the basic reason why I'm mostly in here editing film. For a year or more, I've been trying to upload more film than doing live stream. The reason why, I wanted people to see that I do know how to edit, and it's not just, oh, let the cameras roll and upload it and call it a day, you know. It's not just that. So I've created a few animation videos for a few people, for a few organizations, and no, I didn't get paid. So yeah, there's some people around here that's thinking I was getting paid for it. No, I didn't get paid for it. So it's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cup. I will be right back. Hold that for it. I know I'm on the air live, so I'll be right back. So I'm back. Had to get a cup. I don't like drinking out of the cup than rather than this thing, you know. We got a few things. As you all know, I fly drones. DJI Mini 2. Hey, Levi. Hey, welcome to the live stream. And was testing out a few things just to see what it looked like. These are lenses, lens filters for DJI Mini 1, Mini SC, Mini 2, or Mini 2 SCs. These are the lenses. And it even tells you, you got one for UV. And I don't know if you can see that, but we'll try it. So you can see UV. And then you got other kinds in here. It's really handy to have. An ND8, it's the lowest one I have. And it goes right up to ND64. And these are really shaded. They do wonders when you're filming. I was testing out the ND8 and the UV on seeing, because there's a lot of smoke in the air here, to see if I can use a lens that to clear it up, make it more brilliant colors as well. So it's more green than brown. So I tested that out, and of course I'm running, as you all know, this is the DJI Mini 2, and I'm actually running 3 propellers on 1 motor. So it's called a triple blade, and you get them on Amazon. There's 2 different packages you can look at. They're running around $16 Canadian dollars to up to about 20, 21, 22, somewhere around there. And you know what, to be honest, when I'm flying this with 2 props, 2 blades, propeller blades on each motor, it's really shaky, especially with a little bit of light wind. Even though this is a DJI Mini 2, can handle pretty high winds. With the triple blade, it is more stable. I feel way more secure. I know it's not going to take off on me and crash because there's a high wind. So yeah, it's a cool thing. So that's one benefit of it all. And I'll show you the case. This is one of the cases that the triple blades come in, and you get them on Amazon. So you can see they come in black, as this one shows on the sticker, come in white, red, I think light gray. And these ones are black, but they're not really. Well, yeah, they're black. But you can get them light gray. They're pretty cool. These are my extra propeller blades. There's actually a housing that holds the three blades together, a top and a bottom, and it's screwed by one screw to hold it together. And then on the bottom part, it's got these two little hooks, and it hooks into your dust cover, which is screwed into the motor. Two screws that screw onto the motor. And then the two housings are screwed together by one screw, and it's got clips, and it clips into there. Well, before you clip it in, put a little bit of glue in there. I like to use Gorilla Glue, like a jelly kind of glue, not a watered down glue like Crazy Glue. If you use Crazy Glue, put your drone upside down so it's hanging, the propellers would be hanging, and then put it in and put it in place, have it held there. So if it's going to drip, it's not going to drip inside the motor, it's going to drip away from the motor, but you're not going to put too much in there anyways. So, and let it totally cure 48 hours, 2-3 days before you start flying it. And then you don't have the problem like I had, where a branch actually got tossed in the air with a high gust of wind, about 50, 60 kilometer gust wind, and it knocked perfectly one of the propellers completely off the motor, and the thing went sailing down. I have video footage of it. DJI was actually replaced the whole drone, no cost. So that's awesome. DJI is a pretty good company to deal with, especially if you explain it's not your fault, So I thank them for their help and their support in that. You can actually get, I didn't know at the time, that you can get warranty on it, 2 years for the first time. And Marvin is in the house. Let me see, where's my mouse? Add to stream. There he is. Hi, Marvin. Are you there?
I am here.
Oh, there you are. So yeah, Marvin, he flies drones. He's part of that Edmonton Drone Freestylers Club that I was actually posted 2 of them. And he is got quite a story himself. He's also a YouTube vlogger. So it's Marven Likness, I believe is how you write it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, likeness works all. Just don't call me too late for supper.
That's what I said the other day to somebody. Yeah, just don't call me late for supper. Yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying with the drones, when you're flying a drone, it made me nervous just flying with 2 blades on each motor because it was not stable enough. And I like to fly it and not worry about, the wind, right? You know what I mean, eh, Marvin?
Yep.
So if you got it stable enough, it can handle higher winds, which the triple blade here, I was in 70 kilometers, 70, 80 plus kilometers, and it still flew into the wind. Well, doesn't mean just because I could fly in the wind doesn't mean I'm going to be doing that all the time. No, that was a one-time show. But Thrusty wants to do the snowblower thing there, or the wind blower, the leaf blower thing, and do a test on how much it can actually handle, eh? You heard him talk about that, Marvin?
No, I didn't hear that portion.
Yeah, because I got a new thing here.
Yeah, I like that. I saw that.
This is what's needed when you're flying drones. When you get your advanced drone license, you are going to need one of these because it's going to tell you your wind resistance, all your weather report, your everything, the moisture in the air, everything, your dew point, your airflow, your air duct area, extra holding. But the nice thing about this one, you can plug it into your laptop, your computer that you have right there. And you can see all your information just rolling out, just having this thing on it. This thing comes in a nice case. I got this on Amazon. And I think I showed you this, right?
I think you told me about it, but I didn't actually see it.
Yeah. And it's got a CD in here, but my laptop is too new. It doesn't require CD anymore. But you can plug it in. It's got the cords and everything. So that's kind of cool. And it does all the dials. We're testing it out when we're over there. It's got a power function. And as you can see, there, I got some numbers showing. Yeah, it's windy here. Am I planning to get my advanced? No, I'm actually planning to get my basic for now. The reason why is I have a bigger drone in a case, which I think you saw it. Hey, Marvin, the Wakira QRX 800.
Yeah, you had that out in July, I think it was.
Yeah. I had to get the battery, new connections onto it, so it can you can charge it up and you can connect it to the drone because the drone connections weren't the same as what was on the battery, and it's a 5,000 mAh, 22.2 amps if I'm correct. So if you got a 10,000 mAh, it's supposed to be able to fly. Flying time is about an hour with this one. And the propellers on this are 12 inches in diameter. They're almost like, this drone is almost like Flymaster's drone, except he's got the one with thermal imaging and everything else, which is like, wow. Yeah.
I could probably use that thermal this week. I've been looking for a couple of stray dogs.
Oh, yeah? You should get a hold of them. Do you have a way of getting hold of them?
No, I don't, but it's not going to be a paid service.
Oh, yeah. No, he would probably charge. Yeah.
No, yeah. I just do this for volunteer work to help find lost pets.
Oh,
and there's a couple of stray dogs near basically a little ranch. So we've been trying to find these two little dogs.
I don't know if you can see the numbers on this.
I think it went, oh, there we go, 249.
Yeah, 249 meters per second. That's what it's set up. 200 meters per second. I blow that much. Woo. I got strong lungs. But yeah, you can plug it into the bottom here. It's got the thing here and right into your USB on your laptop, and it'll actually open up a whole new can of worms and shows you everything you want to know. It's amazing what this thing can find out. It's really, really cool. But yeah, it shuts down and it's got a nice case, which is really handy to have. So if you're vlogging and you want to know what your airflow is outside and you're not sure and you're scared whether it's too strong winds, well, one of them is very handy to have, especially when you're flying drones. And if you're running with triple propeller kit, like the one I'm running, you shouldn't have too much to worry about. However, that being said, if you're flying a DJI Mini 3 Pro, the one thing I heard, I actually saw this on the video clip, Marvin, I don't know if you've seen this. If you got a sudden wind that goes straight up, blows it up, it'll actually shut the engine off and it'll crash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone there.
Go into a fail safe. What it probably does is if it flips the drone to a certain degree,
Yeah,
then it'll actually go into a fail safe and shut off the motors. The same as if you're actually grabbing it out of the air.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So it thinks that you're picking it up, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have the DJI Mini 3 Pro, that's one thing to watch out: your airflow, the direction it is, where you're at. If you're near buildings, I wouldn't recommend to fly too close to them. The wind current there is usually 10, 20 times or more, maybe 100 times more than what you anticipated. So you can't really chow. But it'd be handy to have one of them ahead of time so you can do a small investigation before you even take the drone up.
Well, you got to remember too. That's only at ground level of your equipment as well. So it's your things are going to change as you get it up in the air.
Yeah, 100 meters is quite a difference. 120 meters, that's 400 feet. So when you get up there, yeah, it's quite a difference. You can get the apps and set it up on there on elevation. What's that one app I have here? Download if you're new to flying drones. There's a couple apps you're going to need. One is Nav Canada drone app. That will tell you if you can fly the drone there. But keep in mind, in certain cities, depending where you are, they got their own bylaw restrictions. Like for Edmonton and Calgary, on city property, you need a $2 million liability insurance coverage, which in Alberta for a full year is around $100. There's supposed to be an insurance company near Red Deer or somewhere. That's what I was hearing. I don't know what you heard, Marvin.
That's what I was hearing too, but I haven't checked them out yet.
And then there's another one. It's right across Canada, and it's about $300, and that's just for one drone.
Yep.
Under that one drone. The
Yeah,
other thing
in the States, they have it a little bit better because you can get what they call fleet insurance.
Fleet insurance. Yes, that's what I was wondering if they could actually do that, or are they planning to do that here in Canada?
I'm hoping they're going to do that in Canada.
Because you got how many drones you got?
About 15.
See? And yours is the FPV. And they said that Crazy Frog had an FPV problem. Remember that?
Yeah, did he find that one or?
No, that was Thrusty that lost his
Rusty,
drone.
yes. Yeah, Rusty.
Yeah. If you use the same analog signal to drones, you'll actually, one of them will lose a signature or both of them will. And at that moment, whatever it's doing, it's going to continue flying. So his battery was new. So it could have went for miles before it finally went down, eh?
Yeah, and it could also be interference from something else that's in the area too that had nothing to do with us.
Yeah. Now, DJI, theirs isn't analog. What is theirs?
Well, it's a digital signal.
It's a digital, but it's not analog.
No, not as far as I know. Yeah.
It's a lot stronger, so you shouldn't have a problem. The nice thing about DJI is they have a built-in, right on the drone, homing beacon, so you can actually track it and find out where it is. And if you are flying an FPV, which stands for first person view, these are racing drones, really, really fast. Some of them can do 200 mile an hour?
Yeah.
That's pretty fast in like 1 second. It's gone.
Well, I know my original DJI FPV, it can go up around the 100 mile mark.
That's pretty cool.
Full acro. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the ceiling height that you can handle on those things? Because they only have 5-minute flight time. So how high can you actually take that thing?
Well, the FPV one that I have, it's very similar. It'll do about 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes?
Oh yeah, both the DJI FPV and my Avata.
So with it flying as fast as it can go, how high do you think on an average, would that thing be able to reach before you would have to bring it back down?
Well, I do know that DJI has a ceiling height of 500 meters for their equipment in Canada. Now, there are ways of overriding that, but I've never overridden that. So you would basically get up to your 5,000 meters, just 500 meters in basically seconds.
In seconds.
Yeah.
So once you're out of, say you go to the Philippines, there's no ceiling clearance, for an example. They can go whatever height they want. There is no restrictions then.
But I think they still have to, on the DJI, I think they still have to do something to it.
Still, yeah, they.
As far as I know, there's ways of hacking it to go higher, but DJI has their set limits, right? And when they send them out from the factory.
Yeah. Highest I've ever had mine was 600 feet, and it was several miles away from any airport.
Well, I only did over the 1.22 meters or 122 meters once, and that was for I was making a map for a camp. And technically in Canada, that is legal for a sub 250 to go that high.
Yeah.
It's just legally speaking, Transport Canada suggests you don't. And if something happens, then you might get fined because it would be basically same as driving with undue care and attention, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So, but that's only if something actually happened. It's not something that I would do on a regular basis. It's just on a special.
Same here. Yeah.
Because otherwise, like if you're doing above 250 grams, you actually have to do an SFOC for it, which is a special flights operations certificate.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Levi, you still here? I'm not sure if he's still here listening.
Well, there's always going to be a delay. So when you ask a question, it might be a minute or so before you hear from him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's here. Yeah. Multitasking, but I'm listening. That's cool. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, my picture background is actually from our drone show tonight.
That's the one you were asking me about if I seen that. No, I missed it. I was actually doing a sunset time lapse. I actually got a nice shot of it, believe it or not, on this, sitting on a tripod. I was actually facing west on Gateway Boulevard, right just south of the White Mud, by one of the hotels there, the inns there. And it was between the AMA building and the, what do you call that? Olive Gardens restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right in there. And it was like beautiful shot. It was yellow golden. You guys are going to all see it, so keep your sharp eyes out. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put it as a YouTube short or I might make it longer because I've actually got a couple nice I got some drone shots to show the difference between drone footage versus cell phone versus camera here. This camera here, I need to get a better, different type of lens. The reason why, when I'm zooming out to the sun, that sun is like a little pinhole, where when you zoom in on your cell phone, you can actually make it more bigger. It actually looks a lot bigger on your cell phone, like you would with your own naked eye. So I got to get a different lens for this, and that's what I'm looking into right now to see what kind of lens to get. It's 4/3 mirrorless camera. So I got to get a lens that can do a nice wide close up. Yeah, or that's what I'm being told. So, what do you know about cameras?
Well, I know one of mine, I couldn't get any image. It looked like a very blurry image when I was starting to shoot this tonight. So I had to flip over to my secondary camera and I was able to get my shots. But I think it was because my focal length was way off. So, because I was using more of a zoom camera, and for some reason, it just could not focus in on the light from the drones properly.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
I definitely run into issues sometimes.
yeah. They keep asking me if I'm working with the iOS, the WB, and all that other kind of stuff, the AFC, AFS, AFF, MF. There's so much on here, it's not funny, and it's a lot to take in and try to figure all the ins and outs. You know what I mean? So,
Yep, I hear you there.
I went to school for photography when I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. And when I was doing photography course for 3.5, 4 years, it was the old style cameras where you had roll of film inside. It wasn't digital, and it was all the old Canon with the film in there, black and white or color. And I used to develop film, black and white. And it was pretty cool. You used to put negative over top of negative, the film, and make an actual photograph of that in the black room. Is so much fun. Now I get to have more fun than that. Here I get to add video footage over video footage, what they call it chromatic in some ways. Create green screen, blue screen. It doesn't matter what color, as long as the color is not in the film. You know what I'm talking about, eh, Marvin?
Yep.
Yeah. You're in the film industry, right?
I dabble in the film industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do acting, I do writing, I do background, I do film work, I capture live events. It's not my main money maker right now, but I'm hoping it'll carry me into retirement.
We have a celebrity right here.
In fact, I'm doing some work tomorrow. We're actually going to be filming a sock hop. So I had
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I got to get out the vest and the colored shirt and the dressy shoes and.
Oh, sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. When you're using green screen, you're always going a little bit of lime color, right? Bright green.
Yeah, I'm actually not even using a green screen on this one here. It's actually working really well.
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing. I could have went the brick style or whatever photo,
Yeah.
but around the edging around my hat, I have to do the setting, and I forget where the setting is in here to do that. And I didn't have much time. I wanted to get going live. I haven't gone live in so long. It's like, yeah. I'm actually working on a new idea, and I needed some input on what angle I should go at. See, I've been doing a little investigating about YouTube. How you get it started, to share with those people, to encourage people that are small YouTubers just getting started and they don't know what the ins and outs and all this kind of stuff. Heck, they don't even know there's awards that they hand out. YouTube will hand out, and there's some that YouTube doesn't hand out that you can actually buy yourself and get done yourself. Looks good on the backdrop when you're doing a live stream like this. People will see this and say, "Whoa, what is that? That's pretty cool." You know what I mean? It kind of gives them a little boost. Hey, I want that. Maybe I should try a little harder. And you know what I mean?
Yep.
Don't give up, guys. There's a lot here you guys don't know. But I'm trying to figure out if I should do green screen background and just have me in the thing, or just do a voice overlay saying here. I'm trying to figure out a professional way of sharing it with with everyone. You know what I mean?
Well, the really expensive way is to throw screens up behind you with different images. Some of the some of the YouTubers I was watching were they would actually buy like 3 huge monitors and set them sideways and then make it look like a window. And then they could display whether or not they're on a mountain or if they're by the ocean or.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, have my hand out like this, and all of a sudden Some the awards that Google or YouTube hands out is play button plaque awards. They don't call them play button plaque awards. They could just call them play buttons. And they have my hand out here and have it bang right there. And then all of a sudden I throw it out and it just shows you the full close up and then bring it back. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure that out. But it's going to be pretty cool to share with everyone once they see the different levels they have and what entails in it and all that stuff. And I'm still getting all the ins and outs. I'm almost there. So, but I do plan to upload a video like that, a little tutorial kind of thing, eh?
I know I really have to work on my social media. It just seems I have no time to do it.
I hear you. I hear you. And me I'm nursing my foot because I tore my Achilles tendon back in December. A bunch of you already know about that. Me hopping along with an air boot in my lower left leg. It hurts every day. They're saying I have what they call it extreme. What do you call it? I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, yeah. It's a lot of pain. It's worse than a broken bone. And it takes a lot longer than a broken bone will heal. A lot longer. So, yeah. Oh, that's what I call it. Extreme chronic pain. Meaning I feel pain in my foot all the time. Even when I'm asleep, I wake up with pain. Yeah. I'm not even on my feet and I can feel it. I've never had that before. So it was a learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my incident when I was about 17. I tried to catch a 2,000-pound door that didn't go well. I ended up separating 3 vertebrae, breaking a bunch of bones in my wrist, dislocating my shoulder. I was found unconscious about 20 feet from the door, so they don't know if that's how far I flew or whether or not I crawled right afterwards.
Holy cow. Wow.
So I've had back pain all my life.
Yeah, you and I both know about that one. I did, what was it? I broke a foot, 2 bones in my foot, and metatarsal bones in my right foot. Now it's my left foot taking that pain. So, yeah. Hey, Ate Annie, you're just here. Welcome. Maraming Salamat sa pagdalaw. Maraming means thanks for visiting. That's what I said in Tagalog. Matuto ko mag-Tagalog. I'm learning Tagalog. Slowly. It's that. I am looking to get hats made. I actually have t-shirts being printed out with the YouTube logo. My YouTube logo for my channel. And yeah, so and hopefully hand them out to friends on people that have subscribed and are following me, those people there. And locally. That's including you, Marvin. Yeah. I got a bunch of friends here. They're been following me for a while, and I want to give them something for their supportiveness and following me as long as they have, putting up with me for 3 years now. Can you imagine that? The end of July was 3 years that I've been going on YouTube, which is wow. And I got 500 videos, live streams, everything. So that's pretty cool. Marvin has got quite a YouTube channel himself.
I'm starting to build it.
He's got some really cool, really crazy videos of him flying a drone around his place. I watched one of them. It's like, whoa. And I have to hold on because like I'm getting dizzy. I'm not the kind of guy that goes in a roller coaster where you spin around loop to loop to loop like they have the one in West Edmonton Mall. I look at that, I turn white. It's like color is gone. It's like timber. Crash.
Well, one thing about a lot of the FPV ones, when I start getting a little bit crazy, is I have to be sitting down. I cannot fly like a lot of these guys. The the little
I
the little 1S whoop races is really neat to watch
oh yeah,
because you're in a room and you're getting three of them racing through hoops and stuff. And
yeah, I seen that.
how they can do that standing up, I have no idea.
Thrusty, he's like, you get the lamps, the big lamp post, street lamp post, and then the lamp arches, and there's the light. He's taking his drone, he's facing the loop, and he's going around like this, around and like
Yeah.
this. And he's going in circle, like really, really fast, like this. And what was it? The one in July,
Uh-huh.
and the police came by, and he's like, I think they're here for me. I said, what did you do? And he says, I did a loop-de-loop around the lamppost. He's like,
I think they were just there to make sure we weren't like young kids out drinking out in the in the middle of the area.
yeah, I wish they would have, instead of just kept their distance, they would have came
Yeah,
and said hi, join
yeah,
in.
that would be good. Yeah,
That would be really cool. You have the police come in there. They're not bad. They got a job to do. They're serve, protect,
yeah.
you know. Lately they've been getting a bad name because of the fires and stuff like that. You know what? They're trying to do their job. They're given orders to do certain things. You know, so I got a few of them that are friends of mine, and they're not bad. They're pretty good people. So they're just like you and I. But yeah, no, it would have been really cool if they would have joined in. Thrusty said he would have had another set of goggles and put it on them, let
Oh
them
yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
And 10, was it 10 Tinkle 10 or 10 Tinkle? What's her name?
Well, I've seen Ken Heron. He's a YouTuber, and he does that all the time when he has the police officers come by and say hi.
It's pretty cool when they join in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
When people see that, it shows that they're there for the community, there for the people. It's not just a job. They're there for the people,
yeah.
and that's pretty cool when you see them joining in. And I'm not scared. They're good friends. If you're doing something wrong, then you got a problem. But I had a laugh when Thrusty was saying that. I said, I think they're here for me. And I'm like, what did you do? He said nothing. Yeah, he told me later on what he did. I'm like, oh my God. He acts like a kid at times. A
Oh,
big kid. Hey, well, we we are like kids, our toys are bigger, that's all.
yeah.
And faster. So yeah. It's a lot of fun though. Like I wish they had those things when I was a kid. That would have been pretty cool.
I was actually
Um
I was looking at one recently. It's what they call a VTOL, where you can do a vertical takeoff and land,
yeah.
and it's got two motors in the front and one in the center and the back, and it's actually it's an actual airplane wing, right? Like a style airplane wing, and the two front ones can actually flip up, so you can fly it straight up as a drone. You can hover it like a drone. You can take off vertically, or you can take off horizontally.
Oh, like a
And
plane. Cool.
yeah, and then you can actually flip the front two motors down, and then you can actually fly it, use the wings and fly it like a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's wicked when you can do that.
yeah.
I'm watching all the new stuff that they're coming out with. Flying cars. Well, you may say real large flying drones.
Yeah.
It's just a glorified name, flying car. I find them more secure than an actual aircraft. They're more stable. They're safer. You got, I don't know how many motors on the big ones, but if you have more than four, if one dies, you're still airborne.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got like 8 different motors in there, you know, 2 sets of propellers for each one, top and bottom of each motor. You're going to be in the air as long as you can until you know what I mean? Until they get a way to have it last longer for flight time than a half hour, 45 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
When you can do like 5-6 hours of flight, then that's going to be pretty cool, you know. Yeah. It's going to be almost like Star Wars. You see a row of cars going across.
Well, they have to get to the point where they can actually run it off of a hydrogen engine to create electricity for the motors, and then you're going to get the long flight times.
That's what I think Martin from Drone Buzz, he was saying that. He was saying the same thing. And same with Rusty was saying the same thing. All three of us were discussing that. If they were electric, but they had their own power supply and the fuel was there, it would last a lot longer than a battery would.
Yeah.
Which does make sense. And some of these motors they're making are actually getting quite impressively. They're pretty impressive. I'm impressed with them. You know, they're pretty cool. I heard Elon Musk came up with a new battery that can outlast a lot of the other batteries. It'd be kind of nice to see them out there, actually getting out there. Made out of some kind of plastic. It's not even the same material anymore. It's more safer and stuff, but it lasts a lot longer. I don't know if you heard anything about it.
I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, I better plug in my computer.
Your computer's dying. Plug me in. Plug me in. It's like you're outside there on the deck or something.
Yeah, I'd be getting eaten alive now with mosquitoes nowadays.
I noticed that when I was filming today with the sunset. The sun was up. It was bright. No mosquitoes.
Yeah.
As soon as the sun hit the red spot in the clouds, mosquitoes start coming out. It's like, it's the vampires.
Yeah.
True fact about mosquitoes, if you guys don't know about this, the ones that bite you, they're the females. They're not male. It's all female mosquitoes that bite you. The male mosquitoes don't bite you. It's a true fact. So, some people have their own word and expression on that one, but I'm leaving that alone. I can see you smiling when I said that. Yeah. Okay. Now, the other thing I was saying about the apps on the phone, Nav Canada drone app. That's this one here with the blue. It's a white drone with a blue background. The next one you need is this one to fly the DJI drones. The third one is this one. This is called a UAH or UAV forecast. You can set it up to 400 feet up in the air and you can see what the air resistance is. So if you don't have one of these things that I have that can tell you the wind resistance, you can have it electronically. It'll tell you how high the wind is at 400 feet or whatever height you're planning to fly at. You know what I mean? So these are good, recommended to have these on your phone. Not the phone that you're using to fly your drone, but have it on the side beside you so you can see it. Oh, and then have your phone doing its own little thing. So you don't want the same phone doing two different things when you're flying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hardly ever fly with my phone now, and it's actually it's really nice because of course with the Mini 3 we have the screen on the controller now. So I have one of those, and of course all my FPVs are all using the goggles. So I very rarely have to put a screen onto one of my controllers now.
Oh yeah, because you're using the goggles. you're sitting down there playing with the goggles, and then he'll have that one controller. So when you lean it here, lean it there, it does this forward, backwards.
You know,
That's
I believe it or not, I had a controller for that for my old Commodore 64. It
oh
was
really?
it was cabled, and it was just basically a stick with a red button on the top, and it used a mercury switch inside in order to use the tilt.
Oh
But
wow,
that's going back to mid '80s.
nice. Yeah, that is nice. Um, I heard that DJI Mini 2 doesn't have goggles, or they don't have that thing for the DJI Mini 2, but for the 3, it works better for the 3 than the 2.
It will work for the 3, but it won't work for the 2 at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same transmission in it, so
Yeah.
you won't be able to control, like you wouldn't be able to fly Mini 2 because the transmissions are different.
Yeah. Yeah, because then
I
but
really wish I wish it was compatible with my Air 2S though.
yeah, that would be cool. That would be very, very cool. Oh, hang on a second here. Oh, yeah. What did I just get? Buddy just texted me. I got exotic animals and pets. Hey, thanks for joining. He sent me a full support tam sack. You know what a tam sack means, right? Marvin?
What's that?
You know what tam sack means, right?
No, I don't.
It means that.
Oh yeah.
And sub is bananas. So if you're ever wondering, you get it in your text. That's what it means. Just so you know. A lot of people are sending me texts when I send them a message. After I give them the little click here, a little comment here, and all that kind of stuff, I send them a comment telling all the stuff. And then all of a sudden, about a week or two later, I get a text back. What is this, and this, and this? What's your Facebook? Okay. And I send them a message in Facebook, and they're like, oh, thank you. So it's kind of cool. You get a good feeling when you share something to help other people succeed and get forward. And then they know why they were having so much problems with YouTubing, vlogging, and they weren't gaining anybody. It's because they were doing it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't ask for the thumbs up. You can't ask for subscribing. You can't even say it, not allowed, because if you do, you lose it within 20 hours.
Well,
You know what I mean?
everybody's doing it though, even all the bigger ones.
But the thing is, they're also saying, if you do this, if you don't do this, these creepy crawlers will crawl over you. You know what I mean? And it's sort of like a white lie, like I don't know what you would call it, but they do that right after that. So it kind of the algorithm doesn't understand what's going on and it just leaves it alone once that's done. So that's what they're doing anyways. So some get away with it, but I don't know how far. So but yeah.
I don't know. I'm a long ways from having a big crowd. I mainly create for myself.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'll do it for friends and stuff because I do a lot of filming of their concerts and stuff. So I have a lot of music friends that I do filming for, and all of that, of course, right off the bat is going to be demonetized right away. But that's not what I'm really after with my channel, at least not now, anyway. So.
Well, when you gain popularity and people get to recognize who you are, it'll actually blow really big fast. And that's when people start seeing there and watching. You actually have some good footage, and I was watching. It's really cool to watch your videos. I was watching you do your acting, and I'm like, is this guy for real? And then I realized, oh, he's acting.
Yeah.
It's like, Oh, so that's what he's doing. It's like,
That's like some of the wound prosthetics that I'll use on set or have the makeup artist do and stuff. There, and I'll
yeah,
post that on like Facebook or something the next day, and they're like, "What
yeah.
happened?" And I'm like, "It's plastic," you know.
That was funny. And I was watching you there when you're filming. I was like, gee, what would it be like to be an actor? Never mind. I'll go watch Marvin. I know him. I know an actor. Yeah.
I did one. Actually, it was just before it was just after our last drone meet there. I said I was going to go and do a little piece, right?
Yeah.
And it was basically just a bump, did about 2 lines, walked down the sidewalk. We did 3 takes, and I was done in about 20 minutes. That was my whole time on that movie now.
How much did you get paid? Not
That's
very much.
confidential. Yeah. Most of it's India stuff in Edmonton. So there's not so much like there's nothing union.
Well, it's
The
not
union
like you're
stuff.
in Toronto or in Vancouver or
Yeah.
California or Florida.
Or even Calgary. Calgary is getting pretty busy with the unions and stuff. So
Oh, really?
they're getting a lot of movies down there.
I had no idea they were doing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also series productions like stuff that's going on to TV and onto um, uh, not YouTube, but onto the streaming services and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Like Netflix. There's been a couple of Netflix movies here in the last year that are strictly done in Alberta.
That's pretty cool. You
and
can
and
actually
and not even necessarily just for the North American market. I worked on one called Sherlock. I think that was last year, and it was a Netflix original series, but it was for India.
Oh, really?
It wasn't even made to be aired in North America.
Oh, really? Um, there's you can actually get funding for creating documentaries here in Alberta, government grants.
Yeah.
Once, I'm trying to think of the name. Um,
Well, there's yeah, I know what you're talking about too.
I'm
It's
trying to
through
figure out the name of it.
Shaw, or it used to be
Huh?
through Shaw.
Oh,
And
Story Hive.
yeah, Story Hive. There we go.
You can actually get government Story Hive. You can go through Story Hive and apply for a grant,
Yeah.
and if they see it wins it, then you get paid the grant, and you can do a documentary or a short movie. You
Yeah,
know.
I haven't done any of my own projects on there, but I've helped others.
Yeah.
And one of them on there is actually a day in the life of a drone pilot, and I took a producer through all the different things. We had him out. I had his crew out for one of our drone meets, and then
Yeah,
I
you
did.
were the one that was in there. I watched your video there on that. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. He was like following you everywhere. And then some of it, I think you were filming it yourself.
Yeah, I actually filmed a lot of it through either off my phone facing me in the truck or cameras on site while I was working with drones. And it was an interesting day because it was actually more like 2 days. I think we did all the filming in 2 days. And that was because the drone meet was a different day. But I had like 3 or 4 different jobs all lined up and went through all the different things. We were
Oh,
doing a
wow.
house demo on one, and we were filming another one going up. And
What kind of cameras do you have or
uh,
using?
I mostly use Canon. I have a mirrorless and a mirrored camera, Rebel Series and M30, and then I run 360 cameras, which is the Insta 3X. I have a few of those.
Yeah, you got 3 or 4
Yeah,
of those, something
yeah.
like that.
I have 3 of those. I have one earlier one, but it's a very low pixel count, and it was more or less I was doing. That's what got me interested in the 360. So
Yeah.
the 360 Insta 360 X3 came out, I jumped on that bandwagon, and that's what I use a lot in my concerts filming.
That's what I want to use for this big drone, this Wakira drone that I have. I'm thinking instead of using a camera gimbal to attach to it, I'm thinking just put a 360 on the bottom, 360 on the top. So you got a top view and a bottom view.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And it's got good sound because I listened to your video sample that I got from you there.
Yeah,
Wow.
hopefully you can use that. I was actually surprised that came out because there was a little bit of wind that day.
It actually sounds quite good.
Yeah.
I gotta get my Adobe. I forget what it's called. Adobe something. I have Premiere and After Effects, but it's another one.
I had the full Adobe suite, and I've canceled my subscription.
Oh, Audition. Adobe Audition, which somehow it's not working right on mine. I don't know why. So I got to get it redone up on my computer so I can get it going.
Yeah, I do all my editing now on CapCut.
Oh, CapCut. I have that on my cell phone.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to figure it out.
I like the desktop version.
Well, you can get it on the computer.
Yeah, you can use it on PC, Apple, iOS, Android.
Oh, I didn't know you can get on. How much does it cost to get it on your computer?
Nothing.
Oh, it's free.
It's free.
Well, there you go. That would be pretty cool. I'll look into that for a CapCut on the computer then. Yeah. If I can, once the Adobe Audition 2022, what it can do, it could erase background music that you don't want there, or something that doesn't sound right in there, and you can just pick up. You can actually distinctively have it a woman's voice or a man's voice that it'll pick up. So if you have one of each talking, it'll erase the opposite, which is really cool. Oh yeah.
Some of the AI tools, like I forgot what the other one was through Adobe, but it would give a cartoon's face, and all you had to do was talk, and it would actually do all the mouth movements.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking into that too. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I don't have them all, but I have a lot of the Adobe, but I don't have them all. I just got to figure out which ones I need, and I know the Audition one is the one I want to get next. And then I play around with Pinnacle Studio, and a few other things, but it's mostly I'm playing with Adobe. Yeah.
I just couldn't justify the $80 a month for it.
For the Adobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be, if you're using Adobe, you got to be using it almost every day. I use it every day. It's every day. And you need a good computer to do it. I'm running lots of memory, hard drive space. So I'm actually looking at, it's weird system. I'll call you about it tomorrow and talk to you about it. You know about the M.2?
No, I don't.
External, plugs into your Type-C onto your laptop.
Oh, you mean like an
external hard drive?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got the cards that go in there. It looks like RAM cards, but they're hard drive cards.
Oh, so they're mechanical then?
Yeah, no, they're digital, electronic.
Okay. And
I did hear the prior conversation of Da Vinci is amazing. Well, I'm reading what Levi just hopped on, so I didn't propose. Industry is moving that way. Oh, Da Vinci is amazing. I've been using it for 4 years, and the free version is amazing. I have the paid, but you don't really need it. I think mine is Da Vinci. I have a Da Vinci 17. I don't have the newest update. I might have to update it and get the new one.
With the newest one, you're gonna, I think that the minimum RAM is 16 gig, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they say, well, it won't run unless you got 32. You know?
I got 16 gigs right now I'm running. I can go up to 32. I just have to have two 16 gig RAM cards. I have two 8 gig RAM cards right now.
See, DaVinci won't run on my computer. It won't at all. Premiere Pro runs, but it slugs along a little bit. CapCut is a breeze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These are the Samsung drives that I use. These are the solid state drives that I use for my laptop.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but buddy there, he's in the Philippines, says, sorry man, I had to go. It's all right. And I told him it's okay. Thanks for visiting there, Kuya Mark. He's in the Philippines. So yeah. I got the, believe it or not, I don't just run one screen. I actually run two screens because there's so much here that I have to do. I got the main screen here with the camera, the webcam, and then I have another window, and then another window, and then another window. I have to see everything broad. It's kind of hard to have it in one little screen. It's like I need a magnifying glass. So yeah, he just sent me a message there. Anyways, yeah. So Levi, was it you? Yeah, you have a film industry thing. He's part of some film industry thing. I just found out. It's pretty cool. And I didn't know he was into that. And I was talking to him. If I would have known about that when we were last meeting up on drone meetup there in August, this past month, you remember Levi? Hey,
yep, I do. Yep.
Yeah. And I had an idea for the past. I told you about it, Marvin. A movie. You know, I got onto YouTube. I took graphic design. I took 3.5 years photography. I fly drones. Trying to perfect it all. I'm not the greatest at it. I'm not the expert or professional or anything like that, but trying to get up there, you know. And I had an idea for a movie, and I ran it by you once already, and I was talking to Levi just briefly that him and I need to meet up for coffee and then talk to him about it. And I briefed him with it, and he's like interested in checking because I didn't even know he had his own film production. I had no idea. And then he tells me, I see it on his Facebook, and it's like, okay, so I was talking to the guy and I didn't even have a clue.
And sometimes that works out the best because you're not nervous.
Me?
Well, if you didn't know he was a producer or had his own film company or whatever, then you're more real too, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I was nervous as it is because I was behind the camera, and even though I may not seem nervous, but you never know who you're going to walk into, who you're going to talk to. You have no idea. It's like a little thing. Who is that? Ernest, the guy that played Ernest. He's dead now. He died. But he got discovered in a bar, and all he was doing was being himself, being funny. And he happened to do it right in front of a producer, and bang, he got it. You know, he said, it's just, look at this. Levi's being really very humble. I love that attitude. He says, it's pretty low profile gig, but appreciate the recognition. Denial. Low profile film production. Low profile. Oh, yeah. Film production is not low profile. It's high profile. It should be high profile if it isn't. What kind of I'll talk to you about that afterwards, Levi. we'll get it together and chat. Maybe all three of us will get together and have coffee.
I think that sounds like an awesome idea.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Um, I don't have your number, do I?
My phone number?
Yeah,
I can give it to you off air.
yeah. Send it to me off air, and then whenever Levi and I can meet up, I'll send you a text and see where you are at, and if you can meet up, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mostly text like with doing this I have to have headphones that like 90 decibels, so
Oh yeah.
I don't even answer my phone, so text me. You know.
Oh, he just said, yeah, hop on live stream or in person. In person is better. And then he says he's got to go though. Good chatting. Yes, it's awesome chatting with you there, Levi. Thanks for coming into the live stream.
Yeah, good to see you again, Levi.
Yeah, it's really awesome. That was actually when I saw him coming in, I was like, I seen him before, but I don't know where. I still don't remember where I saw him before because you never forget a face. A name you may forget, but a
Yeah.
face, you never forget a face. It come around eventually. But I've seen him before. I just don't know where. It's like, what is that? Where did I see him?
Well,
Yeah.
I remember looking at a study once, and they were saying that the human brain can only remember 200 people with faces and names. Now, I'm far less than that, but they're saying the average.
Oh,
So
the average.
if you knew more than 200 people where you can name the face and the name, you're extraordinary.
I'm not there. I don't know that many
Oh, I'm
people.
not there.
No. You see one face, you see them all. It's almost like that with me. And I'll be talking to some Filipinos. Just so you guys know, I am trying to learn Tagalog, matuto ko mag Tagalog, trying to learn. And so whenever I see Filipino here in Edmonton or wherever I go, first thing I do is like, Filipino? Is he Filipino? Is she Filipino? And then I'll say, let's test the theory. And I say, Kumusta? Kumusta po? No answer. They just walk on by like, I don't know you. Are you talking to me? And then I'll say a little louder, Kamusta? Oh, you're talking to me. Yeah. When I really get them is when they say something, and then I'll say, Ana? Ana means what? Right? And they're like, oh, you really do know. You really are learning. I said, Opo. Yeah. So I'm still learning. I don't know a lot like the small talk. I'm getting bits and pieces here. I can understand more than I can actually say. So, but anyways, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Marvin will be right back. That's all good. Um Other than that, I'm working on a bunch of video footage. I have a lot of stuff working on, and I'm trying to do it the right way because I found out when you're vlogging on YouTube, sure, you can get your subscribers moved up, you can get your viewers, but if you don't have your watch time, you're not getting this, and you're not moving up very fast. It's slow. But like YouTube, it's like you planting a seed. Excuse me, a seed. And I don't mean a seed for a flower or a little plant, a seed for a tree. And a tree makes really deep roots, and they go deep and not just above. So it takes time to build your YouTube. And but they said creating really good videos, getting the right equipment to do really good videos, editing it the right way, um, your titles, your wording that you use, the words that you use for your titles, not just your fonts and all that stuff, what kind of fonts, but it's your wording because the algorithm, the way everything is, your hashtags, um, is the same way with your titles. Your hashtags are almost like your titles. If your title's not getting there anywhere, getting you any views, it's because your title's not really good. I'm working on that myself. My your title pages is also an issue on how to boost your viewing and your viewing hours, your viewers and viewing hours. So it's a combination of a bunch of stuff with when you're YouTubing. So I decided to go live tonight because I didn't go live for a long time, and I don't do a lot of lives. And I can be honest about that. I was doing a lot of lives for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and it was getting to the point where I was doing a live every day, and that was killing it. There was next to anybody coming in. It was like, what does he know? It's like, ah. And I'm just playing background music, so it's like you're listening to a radio. So I'm in it for an hour, and then I'm gone, and then come back 10 hours later. Voila, there I am. So it's like, no, not doing no more of those. So I like to bring something to the table, something that will interest you, hopefully, and yeah. So that's what it's all about. So I see Ati Annie Simpcon is in here. She's been Ati Loveliness. Kamusta po? Maraming salamat sa pagdalaw, Ati. Oh wow, she's here. That is so cool. So we got Ati Annie Simpcon. Yeah. Temsak po. Thank you. Thank you. Salamat po. How are you doing? Kamusta? People don't know what kamusta is. If you're French, kamasava, same thing. In Spanish, kamustas, same thing. And then you go Tagalog, main language in Philippines. It's kamusta po, or kamusta ka, or just kamusta. I like to go kamusta po, like she wrote there, P-O, po. It's polite. So it's pretty cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know how long I'll be on here, so just so you know. Yeah. It's been pretty cool here. Been trying to find one of my Filipino friends that usually comes live here, and his name's Wind. That's all I know. When I met up with the guy, he was in a park near where we live, and he actually put me in mind of one of the guys that hangs out with Kulas, becoming Filipino, Kyle gentleman in the Philippines, and one of his Filipino friends there looks just like Wind. So, but Wind's a little bit younger, a lot younger. So yeah, but yeah, so, but I'm still figuring things out. Oh, there you are. You're back. Yep. So we just had Loveliness come in here. I believe she is in the Middle East. She's from the Philippines originally. I think she's in the Middle East, or she's in, what do you call that place? Not Indonesia, Malaysia. She's either in Middle East or she's in Malaysia, but she's from the Philippines. So yeah. There's another girl there, Flair something. She comes in here quite often. So yeah. Kuya Mark, he's always coming in to see my videos, saying comments and that. Very supportive guy. That's awesome. So yeah. So do you ever, other than flying drones, Marvin, do you play any games or anything like that online, or what?
Well, the wife and I, we do the Merge Dragons.
Oh yeah. What is that?
It's more like a personal solitaire for me. You just merge things.
Oh, yeah.
I've there was a Kixeye is a company that's made a few games that I've played, and
Oh, really?
they're more of a battle where, like, normally you see a lot of the games where you have a castle and somebody comes over and attacks it. Well, this whole idea is using ships. So
Oh, wow.
it's like in the future where uh, ice caps have melted and there's just water around. And you make your own bases and you go around and you kill other bases, that kind of thing. So
Oh, cool. So it's almost like that game I used to play where you can build your own city and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Monopol City or whatever it was called, or Sim City or something like that.
yeah. This one's more of a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your clans and all that kind of stuff. I find it very addicting though, and since I've been working on my film stuff for the last year or so, I didn't have the time.
Addicting. It's interesting how you say that. Everyone tells me flying drones is addicting. I don't know about that.
I would have to agree with that.
It is addicting to a certain extent. It's the problem is you can't just fly it anywhere. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can fly it, but I got to go somewhere to be able to fly it, and I want a purpose for flying it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's my tool. It's not a toy. I don't use it like you guys do with your FPVs racing everywhere. I still got to get those little guys, the little ones.
Yeah, the
I
little
do have one, but it's a 49-gram one. But the thing is it's not like the tiny whoop. It doesn't have the protected thing around the propellers.
Well, I have a little 1S Whoop, and I took it to the races. I haven't actually raced myself, but I took it to the races because I'm like, this is my practice drone, and I'm getting a minute worth of flight and all these different issues. And he took one look and he goes, "That thing's way too heavy." So it's like
Well,
you don't have the drone for it. You have to actually get a different drone. So
the drone I have, the little guy, is 49 grams. It's got a 4K camera on it. It's a half-hour flight time, but it doesn't move as near as fast as your guys' is like the tiny whoop.
yeah,
It's like flying the same as the DJI Mini 2.
yeah.
About as fast as that. Maybe not even as fast as that. Half that. So yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get the tiny whoop and then have the goggles and that to fly it around and stuff. Yeah. I'll have to wait a while before I do that because, well, the controller that I have for the Walkira drone that I have, I could use that for the tiny whoop, right?
Uh,
I just have to
one
have it.
you might have to actually just it depends on the transmission that's on there, uh, because there's so many different. Basically, it's like a different computer language, right?
Yeah.
So you have to match that up to your controller. So sometimes you might have to solder in a little board in order for it to work with different controllers.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure yet. Or just get another one. They're not that expensive for the controllers anyways.
Yeah,
And that tiny whoop
and
is like,
you can get a lot of bind and fly kits too.
yeah.
So you can get a bind and fly that has a very common language, basically,
Yeah.
or signal, and then you would be able to adapt that to other drones.
Yeah. But no, drones are pretty cool. It's my tool for filming. So
One of these times, I'll get you to fly that avatar, and you'll see how easy it is to fly.
that'd be interesting. I just wonder if I'm gonna pass out from me doing the flips.
Well, thing is you can fly just like a DJI drone, and that's what I do most of the time. I don't use acro very often. I very rarely use it, actually.
Well, I don't like doing actual acrobats myself. because I get too dizzy. I can't orientate myself well enough or fast enough.
You know,
So yeah.
I have a friend that I met last year on that shoot that we were doing, Day in the Life of Drone Pilot. We were doing a parallel shoot for something else, and he was involved in that. And he came out to the drone meet with us, and he's blind. He can't see any more than about 6-8 inches in front of his face. Right, so he came out to the drone meet, and we were doing all these different things. And he captures things on his 360 camera, and then he'll edit and post by looking really close at the screen. And I thought, you know, I missed an opportunity. I should have thrown a set of goggles on this guy. If he can only see 6 or 8 inches in front of him, goggles are perfect, right? So I made a special point to go down. He lives down in Red Deer, which is what, an hour and a half drive, 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I went down in November just so I could take him on a flight. And so we went out to a park area, and we on the edge of Red Deer, and I took him up, and he had the goggles on, and everything was starting to get brown, of course, November, right? So I asked him what he saw. He says, "Well, I see kind of blue on top and brown on the bottom. That's all I see." So I says, "Well, I tell you what, I'll take it down and I'll put it through some trees." So I went and took the little FPV drone, and I started flying through trees, and his eye, like his whole face just lit right up. He goes, "I can see the branches," you know?
Yes.
So to be able to take somebody that has that limit of an eyesight and take him on a drone flight was just, it sends chills up my spine every time I think about it.
Yeah. I didn't always wear these glasses. In January, February of 2019, that's when I started wearing glasses.
Yeah, the age thing, eh?
Yeah, my age thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I turned 50 in April, this past April, so I know I still like 25, 35, somewhere around there. I'm still a kid. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was born before man landed on the moon.
Well, you're around my age, aren't you not?
Yeah, I'm 54.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were surprised at my age when I told you. It's like, no, you don't look that age. Yeah. Yeah, for the last, I wonder if we're going to have a September Edmonton Freestylers drone meetup this September.
I'm hoping so. If the weather's good for it, we will. So
yeah,
so usually,
really cool.
I think we did it in September last year.
I hope we can do it in another location than where we were for the last 3 months.
You don't like that location?
I think it'd be nice to have a change, another location.
I really like the one that was up in St. Albert. That was really neat.
That's what everyone's saying. Go up to St. Albert. That would be an interesting change.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting change.
I take my lunch hours up there and practice every once in a while.
You know, when you go up, I forget what the name of the road is, by the lake, just on the west side of St. Albert.
Yeah, that's where we would fly. It's
they got the baseball diamonds and everything right there.
Yep.
Outdoor.
Yeah, and where we fly is actually there's rodeo grounds, because that doesn't get used that much. Yeah.
I actually took my drone over there and flew it around there just to sightsee. I don't even know what happened to the drone footage. I have it, but I don't know where I put it. But yeah, I was.
Yeah, I have footage of me trying to do a gap through that metal railing or metal stands on that at the rodeo grounds.
Yeah,
and twice I accidentally hit a piece of metal or a piece of angle iron that was just over top of the gate when I was trying to practice my gap. One time I did it. I was filming myself in a chair, so I had the stands in the background, and I flew it through, and I hit the railing. I knew I hit the railing, and I just sat there and I did a little short giggle. So we went and we threw it. I had the video of me doing it, so you could see me with the goggles and then the drone crashing in the background. So I sent it to Ken Heron for his what is it, his drone follies or whatever. So
Yeah.
he ended up putting that on there. I'm like, here's the shortest clip you're gonna need,
Jeez. Yes. 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 I have something I was going to share with you, but I didn't get a chance to show you. I think I sent it to you. I told you about it. You know the saddle for the drones?
Saddle for the drones. Oh, you mean like a strap of some sort?
Yeah, I have that.
Oh yeah, I use a piece of two-sided Velcro usually.
Yeah. Well, this one here. Oh, here it is. I got it here. Got it set up so you can sit. What do you call it? Your Insta 360 on it.
Oh, okay. So you can mount it on top.
Yeah. Well, this is set up for a GoPro, and then you strap it around the belly of your DJI
Drone.
Mini 1, Mini SE, Mini 2.
Oh yeah.
But this is too heavy. It's way, way too heavy. Yeah. That's the only problem. It's too heavy for this.
That's
But
why I had to fly it with my my original FPV.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
it's just a screw base on there. Yeah.
yeah, it's just a screwed base.
Yeah.
And this here just hooks in like this. There. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Screws right there and hooks in place. And then goes like that. The belly of the drone goes in here. And this is on the top. And it screws right on there. But the stick, how long is the Insta stick? How far more could you go up?
Oh,
6 inches?
you wouldn't put a stick on there. It would be way too top heavy.
Oh yeah,
You would mount the camera right to that screw.
right to this here, right?
Yeah.
And the 360 would actually show it as if it's a meter away from the thing, eh?
Well, no, it would actually look like it's about 6 inches away from the drone.
6 inches or so from the drone.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
So yeah, it's
And
pretty handy.
it looks like the camera isn't there. I have because it stitches out the bottom part of the camera.
Yeah.
So you see the whole top part of the drone. And they're like, how'd you get that film?
It's got padding here and here, so you don't scratch. And this is indented inward, so you don't scratch your drone, which is really cool.
And also, it'll grip it so it won't slip over.
Yeah, and it's just got this little hook here, and then you just put this thing. You got the holes, and you just clip it in.
Stretch it a little bit.
Yeah, and there you go. It's pretty handy.
Does that fit your Mini 2?
Yeah, this fits the Mini 2. Yeah. Yeah. And you can make all the adjustments on it. It's pretty handy to have. I have it just, I never strapped anything to it at all yet.
Yeah.
But I was trying to see what it would look like with the GoPro. I can sit the GoPro on it. But I have to have all that extra fitting onto there. It just adds more weight.
Yeah, because you got the different mount on that.
Yeah. But I want to limitize how much more stuff so you can keep the weight down.
Well, the thing is too, if the blades aren't powerful enough and it leans over your 45 degrees or whatever, or I think it's lower. I think it's only about 20 or 30 degrees. Then it'll go into fail safe and drop, right?
Yeah. So how much is the Insta 360 weigh?
Quite a bit, actually. Way more than a GoPro.
Oh, way more than a GoPro.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a lot lighter than that.
No, it would be much heavier.
And I don't think I'd be putting that on the GoPro then, or that on the drone.
No, I don't think so. The only reason why I did it with the DJI FPV is because of the size of the drone is its weight is and it needs the props in order to handle its own weight. The camera is the same weight as the drone.
Yeah.
So if you're talking, I would say 700 grams, somewhere in there.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure out play a different song in here. This thing's not playing the different song. Oh, it's just playing the same thing over again? I don't think so. Sorry about that. I'm just changing the music here.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go pretty soon because I got that shoot tomorrow. So
Yeah. Ah, now I got something different in here. This one's called Adventure is Calling. If you look in my description, it says UppBeat, and there's a referral code. You can copy and paste that, and you can get your music. There is no copyright strike. If you happen to get a claim, you go into your account, send them the screenshot of what you get from your email from YouTube saying that you got a claim, and then you send them the link, your URL link to that video to them as well. And within 2-3 days, they clear it up. You don't have any strike or claims. And I pay $66 for a full year. It's good for 3 different YouTube accounts, creators. So they can have full access to the music, sound effects, all that stuff. The sound effects doesn't need a licensing because a window will pop up and then you can see.
Oh, yeah.
And you click it, you copy that and paste it in your description. Yeah.
So I have the video that I did of the drone show tonight. We just finished uploading. It's a it's a really crappy video. It's just basically me fiddling with a camera and getting the video. So then all of a sudden I got the video like what you see behind me.
Yeah.
And I've trimmed it down and just threw it onto YouTube with just some music in the background. Do you mind if I throw that into the chat for where it is?
Yeah, you could drop that.
And this basically
text in there in the comment section. Yeah. That'd be good for everyone else.
I just posted it in there, but it was just me with a camera catching the first that I know of drone show in Edmonton. So it's to celebrate.
That was what, 2 years ago?
No, this was tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, this was tonight.
The one that got in the picture there, right there.
Yeah.
Who did that?
I think it's a company out of Calgary that does it. They did the same thing for the Stampede as well.
That's an expensive drone show.
Yeah. And I see there was one dead drone that I could see. There was one spot missing.
Oh, it wouldn't do anything.
Well, it probably something happened to the drone, so just that light wasn't there. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's almost $1 million just for that setup or more.
Oh, I don't doubt it. They're not
software
cheap shows.
You have to run. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, the shows are not cheap either. I mean, you could easily run $1 million show.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that being used instead of using fireworks. They use drones.
As long as it's not windy.
Yeah.
If it's windy, it's actually easier to use fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks are easier. Yeah. I did the drone footage of the fireworks that was being held for Canada Day out in Millwoods.
Oh, yeah.
And I was told that the one downtown was canceled. And then I went, okay, I'm going to the Millwoods. And I found out it wasn't canceled. I'm going there. Yeah. And then I find out the next day the one downtown was not canceled. They were actually doing it because it rained the day before or whatever, eh?
Yeah, I lived out near Vancouver for 3 years in the early 90s. And it just so happens they were starting, they would hold a yearly competition there. So they would have different countries come in and produce a drone or a fireworks show every night. So they would have 4 or 5 weekends where they would have these fire shows, and they were all set to music. They had music blaring and everything like that. And
oh, wow.
It was just off of their downtown, so Of course, they have the inlet there, so they would have people out in the boats and everything out in the back watching it. And they would do the contest for each country would get one weekend, and then at the after all that was run, they would run a joint one with all the countries together, and that was the show to go see.
Jeez. Yeah. Marven Likness. I'm trying to find your page. Got you in here. If you can drop me in my Facebook Messenger your URL link in Facebook
For the my YouTube.
Yeah, your YouTube.
Oh,
then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put yours in the description.
Yeah, well, under in the contents there, I just posted that one link there. You can use that one. You can find me that way as well.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll
put that in there.
Yeah.
And then I'll have that in there. This is, oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Where's the comments? There they are. Comments, where are you? Okay, I see what I did. Show mess. Oh, the comments aren't in there yet. I got to get the comments after the live stream's done. I see it now. Well, I'm going to let you get out of here. Thank you for joining me here. And I will get back to you on about Levi if we get a meet up, and then let you know. And if we can all meet up, that'd be awesome to see what we can do.
You betcha. It was good cool. Seeing you again, and hi to everybody else that's watching.
Yeah, they're all in here. There's quite a bit of people in here, actually. So it's really cool. Thank you, everybody, for coming into the live here and dropping messages or just sitting here watching. That's awesome. It's been a while. I will be doing some more live streams, not just uploading videos. I found that when you do a live every couple weeks or one a week or something like that, we'll see. Because I'm really busy doing video editing, trying to upload some videos and stuff. So, but yeah, I'll see what I can do. And yeah. So I thank you all for coming in the live stream here and joining in. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, share, like, and smash that little bell. That's a notification. Lets you know when I go live or when I upload a video. And yeah, if you do all that, all your wishes will come true. Yeah, seriously. Anyways, we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.